it kind of angers me because I work so hard at this. And if you guys want to watch the videos and enjoy them, that's wonderful. And if you want to watch the videos and hate on them, well, I mean, I guess that's okay too. It's just, you don't have to talk about it all the time, right? So today's vlog is gonna start out in literally the driver's seat of the Mustang that's caused all this controversy on the comments. I really don't appreciate the way you guys are talking to me, so I'm gonna explain to you what happened, and then we're gonna take a walk into the office, and then I'm gonna show you something that may not get the same sort of reaction that this particular car got. As Mario and I left the exhaust shop, we were cruising in 4th gear, okay? The car's alternator went out. The car started to run strictly on the battery. The battery was already low to begin with, so that the alternator, the car immediately died. I have electronic fuel injection on this car, so at first I didn't realize the alternator went out. So we're going 30 miles an hour. I slow down, I drop it to 2nd gear to try to jump start the car. Okay, so 20 miles an hour, 2nd gear, drop the clutch, car should have kicked right back over, but because there was no alternator, there was no power to the electronic fuel injection system, and that's why we came to a complete stop. So for everybody talking shit, saying I don't know how to drive, that's exactly what you're supposed to do in that situation. Now, these cars still suck. The Mustangs are still old, and unless you dump $150,000, $200,000 in that car, it's never gonna drive right. So for everybody that thinks that they can get an old car to drive like a new car, well, you're dead wrong. So let's take a walk into the office and we'll take a look at my other Mustang that I actually call, it's not a classic car. For you guys that know me, I've actually built cars way before I started YouTube, and right when I started to gain a little bit of success with road exotic cars, I actually had the idea to start renting classic cars. So that's where this Mustang came into play. Now, I originally bought this Mustang from an auction for like $70,000. It was in the condition that the gray Mustang was in when Kirk bought that car himself. But as this car started to drive, I realized really quick that you could never, ever, ever rent an old car. So then started the project Coyote Motor, right? Now, about 1.5 years later, this car's finished. I put a brand new Coyote motor in this car with a Ford Racing ECU swap kit, I guess you can call it. This is a crate engine. I had a Hydrotech braking system developed for the Coyote motor. This took 4.5 months. We've got every single thing cut, welded, tubed, the works, right? We've done this essentially all in-house. I had to sub some of the work out because we didn't have the machines and all the tools we used to, or we have now today, but I spent a lot of time on this car. Now, the engine, besides the point, we have brand new coilover suspension. We've got basically everything brand new underneath. I've got catalytic converters. I've got, let's see, let's actually check here. So we've got power locks, power windows, I've got USB, I've got a full center console. I've actually cut and welded the floor pans to give it about 2.5 more inches of headroom. I don't know if you can see in the other Mustang that I have, but I sit pretty close to the roof. In this car, I don't. AC, heat, backup camera. I've got a $15,000 ARC audio sound system in here with 2 ported 12s, back seats. The works, all right? Leather everywhere. It's a beautiful car. Now, when I start this one, just unbelievable. Now, before we go for a drive, I want you guys to understand that yeah, I do enjoy a classic car, but this car costs now over $250,000. So, would you rather have the Murcielago sitting right next to me or this Mustang?
Comment section.
Yeah. We're gonna open the garage and we'll go for a drive. So for everybody watching this as another car guy, well, I beg to differ. I know everybody watching doesn't know where I came from, doesn't know what I've done, doesn't know anything about me. They just like to just sit there and just talk, and troll the internet. Well, a couple of years ago, I founded a company called Royalty Exotic Cars from scooter rentals. I was a cable guy working for Cox Cable, and in 3 short years, I've managed to make something very beautiful happen with our business. And along the way, I've built a few cars for my own taste, and one of them is this Mustang here. So just because I talk shit and complain doesn't mean that, well, maybe I'm a bitch, or I don't know, whatever you guys also want to call me, right? I worked really hard to get where I'm at, and I actually empower you guys to do the same thing. That's why I make all these videos, because this is my hobby. You know, obviously YouTube, you can't make any money at this, so essentially without Royalty Exotic Cars, this YouTube channel technically wouldn't exist. But that being said, you know,
Yes, he knows how to downshift.
yeah, I know how to downshift. I also know how to drive. And, you know, if anybody ever wants to challenge my driving ability, please come down to my office and we can race. All right, I am there very well equipped to race anybody at any time. I'm actually, I'll like film it. You guys can go on the vlog and everything. You know, if you want to put 500 bucks to every single person that wants to come race me, let's go. I've got plenty of cars to choose from, you know? So this car runs actually really good. As you can see, I can push it to the limit, do anything I want to this car. I've got beautiful power brakes. I've got, you know, power steering. Technically, there's a power steering pump on it, but you know, the steering wheel is pretty light in the first place. So the only thing I think I need on this car is a little bit smaller steering wheel, because like if you're big, this is a little bit too big, because you hit this, you know, your knee right here when you kind of like shift out. Let's roll your window down, Mario.
All mechanical windows?
Power windows, yeah. Power. Full power windows.
I said mechanical.
Yeah.
Same stuff, right? Dead center 180. We've got a gas gauge, we've got a fuel gauge, got a RPM gauge, got a speedometer, lights come on, everything works. I got 408 miles on it since I built it. Don't drive it very much, but well, you know, you never need to. So I hope this clears the air for everybody out there trying to hate on me. And I want to remind you guys that I'm here for you, and we're building something for free.
something that you can see me build a Mustang or a twin turbo Huracan or buying a Bach Mono. All this content was available for nobody, right? Who's out there doing this stuff, and it's all for you guys to enjoy because it costs us here a lot of money, and YouTube doesn't pay anything unless you're like some superstar 10 million, subscriber YouTuber. So please have a little bit of respect, and if you guys want, I mean, I'm here every day. Good or bad, whether you guys want to come in and tour the facility and see and sit in a beautiful car and maybe rent a twin turbo Huracan or an Aventador or anything you see here, that's great. But if you want to come in and actually argue with me, I'm more than willing to do that. I love challenges and I love meeting people, whether it's good or bad. And I think that it shows something more than someone saying like, calling me a dipshit or calling me something like a bad driver or this or that over the internet. That's kind of like, not only does it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it kind of angers me because I work so hard at this. And if you guys want to watch the videos and enjoy them, that's wonderful. And if you want to watch the videos and hate on them, well, I mean, I guess that's okay too. It's just, you don't have to talk about it all the time, right? So, just to be clear, I love everybody watching our videos and I love doing this and I just want to continue doing it. So, well, enjoy the Mustang of today and let's see what happens tomorrow.